I think you should be as involved as each student athlete lets you. Obviously, you want the best for your children or child, but at the end of the day, it's their choice, and it's where they're going to be spending their time for the next 4 years and more, if that's a possibility for them. Therefore, I think you obviously want to let them, drive this car, but you have to be right there in the passenger seat next to them, making sure they're going where they need to.
At the end of the day, the coach is recruiting their ball player to play, not the parent to play. There's nothing can substitute, I think, the emotional support of a parent throughout the recruiting process, a process in which is anxiety producing at times. I try to tell the parents that, hey, do not insert yourself into this process until you're asked to be part of the process, until a coach says, hey, Corey, I want to have a conversation with your parents.
Ultimately, it really needs to be on the student athlete to be emailing the coaches, to be able to organize what it takes to keep that communication going, and taking those steps and a little bit of independence in the process, because ultimately I just kind of feel like that's what's going to make them successful when they do get into their school, is a little bit of that independence, and the decision really was theirs.
A 16-year-old student athlete doesn't necessarily know what they're looking for at the next level, but it is really important that they be the driver in the process. So how can a parent balance these two sometimes competing forces of helping guide their student athlete through this, but understanding that the student athlete has to be the one that is in the driver's seat. They have to be the agent in their own recruiting process because it is their college experience that they're looking for. I think that as they need to ask questions, they need to kind of push and prod and support their student athlete. If you go on a campus visit, don't settle for your student athlete saying, yeah, I liked it. Ask why. Ask why not. Why didn't they like this? Did they like this about a certain school? Did they like that other thing about a school that looked very different? Ask them specific questions to help guide their child to the right fit on these different dimensions, whether it's school size or academic fit or athletic fit or campus setting or whatever it is. Ask guided questions to get the student athlete to a point where they can discover what the right fit is for them.
It's very important that you keep the big picture in mind and really stress that to your son or daughter. I think that it's really easy in the recruiting process to get overwhelmed as the student athlete, to start to go down a rabbit hole of anxiety. I know I did it very often, but something that was just always so consistent for me, and I feel very fortunate to have had, was that my parents just were that, they were so constantly positive, and they kept the big picture in mind. They constantly reinforced to me that it's about getting an education at a school that you love and with people that make you better each and every day.